Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. What a trip this has been, y'all. A little over a year, and just I didn't know there was this many bands that existed. To tell you the truth, I never gave it much thought, but all these bands that y'all are recommending to me is just been it's been joyful for me. There's been a couple of silly ones, but still, and even the worst video out there is better than I could do. I'm a cop, man. I'm not a singer, so I don't want you all to think I'm critiquing these people. I'm just giving you my reaction to them. I am in no position to critique any musician or singer or vocalist or songwriter. I'm not in that. I don't know anything about it. So it's almost like a famous singer or a famous band, telling me how I should think politically, or how to do my job as or if critiquing me on being a cop, So, so I don't want, I just want to put that out there that none of what I do is a critique at all. It's just a reaction, how it personally makes me feel. And then I react to that. It's kind of weird, right? Okay. So this one again is requested by Kimmy, and it's called Bittersweet Symphony, and it's from the Verve. So I'm not sure when this came out. It doesn't say. Maybe 1997 or somewhere around there. All right. Well, let's just get into the intro and right into the video, and then I'll catch you all in the middle, and we'll figure this out. Here we go.
It's a bittersweet symphony that's live, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to money, then you die.
That's right.
I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where all the things meet, yeah. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mold. I am here in my mold, but I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold. No, 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 no. Well, I've never prayed, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me, yeah. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now.
I don't know where to pause. A lot of times I don't know where to pause because it's different in genre than I've ever listened to or grown up on. But y'all need to know this, and you know, I think this is a prime example of what I said at the beginning of this video, that I'm in no position to judge anybody on music or songwriters or anything like that, or genres. I'm not in a position of that because of I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert at anything, to tell you the truth. I'm a pretty damn good cop, or was. I retired. I was a pretty good cop. I was a damn good Marine. But none of that translates into being a music critic. You know, I mean, again, I just can't stress that enough. And I'm listening to the Verve and this song, "Bittersweet Symphony," and I like how he's relating. You know, the symphony is just mankind, really. And I agree with him. It's that mankind, especially in the city like he's in, you know, there's sound going on all the time, and these people get used to it and they sleep with it. And if it turned out, you know, quiet one day for God knows whatever reason, no one would be able to sleep. That probably they'd be like, "Holy cow, man, why is it so quiet?" And I'm no different. I don't live in a city like that, but I got to have fans going, and I got to have all kinds of stuff going. But this guy is relating that to the people, and the people he's talking about sorry guys, is its own symphony, the music that the people make, and the equipment and the cars, and, you know, just life. But I listen to Cold Chisel, for instance, and Flame Trees or Choir Girl, and I just think they're just bitchin' songs, and you know, and this just goes to show you how little I really do know. You know, I know what I personally like, but this song and this video right here has gotten over 1 billion views, not 1 million. It's 1,202,000,000. That's as of right now, and fixing to be 203 million. 1,300,000,000 views, and it's been up here since February of this year. So February, 6 months. How's that happen? How does that happen? I've never even heard of the Verve. Thank God for this, for my channel. So I've already spoken too much in the middle of this. I'm going to get back into it, and then I'll give you all the update. I'll give you a rundown of what Wikipedia says about the Verve.
And I feel free now. The airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change. But I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode. No, 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 no. No, I can change it. No, I can change it. 'Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's life.
Yes, it is.
Trying to make ends meet, trying to find someone and then you die. You know I can change, I can change, I can change, I can change. But I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. It's got to take my violence. Melody and silence. I can't change my violence. No, no, no violence. I can't change my
Yeah, that was pretty bitchin', man. The Verve. So let me just read it for y'all. That's what I'm trying to get back to doing. It says the Verve they're no longer a band, but they were an English rock band formed in Wigan in 1990 by lead vocalist Richard Ashcroft, guitarist Nick McCabe, bass guitarist Simon Jones, and drummer Peter Salisbury. Guitarist and keyboard player Simon Tong later became a member in their first reunion only. Beginning with a psychedelic shoegaze sound, I don't even know what that is, shoegaze. With their debut LP, A Storm in Heaven, by 1997, the band had released 3 EPs, extended plays, and 3 albums. They endured name and lineup changes, breakups, health problems, drug abuse, and various lawsuits. The band's commercial breakthrough was in 1977 album Urban Hymns, one of the best-selling albums in UK history. It features the hit single Bittersweet, the one we just listened to. So 1997 is when that song came out. The Drugs Don't Work was another song, Sonnet, and Lucky Man. The band won 2 Brit Awards, winning Best British Group, appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone in March and in February of 1999. Bittersweet Symphony was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Rock Song. Soon after their commercial peak, the Verve disbanded in 1999, citing internal conflicts. According to Billboard magazine, the group's rise with the culmination was I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all listen to this instead of watching what I'm saying. The group's rise was the culmination of a long, arduous journey that began at the dawn of the decade and went on to encompass a major breakup, multiple lawsuits, and an extensive diet of narcotics. During an 8-year split, Ashcroft dismissed talk of a reunion, saying, "You're more likely to get all 4 Beatles on stage." The band reunited in 2007, so it was impossible to get all 4 Beatles on stage, and released fourth in 2008, which spawned the single Love Is Noise. Amid revived tensions, the band broke up again for the 3rd time in 2009. So it doesn't appear that they'll get back together. But they posted this song here from 1997. They just posted it February of 2025, and it's already got a 1.2 billion views. That's incredible, man. I can't even begin to comprehend that number. So I just want to get into it. That's going to do it for me, y'all. I know this one's ran a little bit long, but I wanted to, read that part to you about the Verve. You could have just fast forwarded, if you didn't like it or you were just pissed off at how I was reading. I totally understand. But that's going to do it for me. So till I see y'all again, catch you down the road, man. And let's get the hell out of here. Bye, y'all.